Sending data. And I believe, are streaming live on Facebook. Bear with me. I'm just making sure I see us somewhere. Where is it? I don't see it still. And I see us on live on LinkedIn. Yeah, we are live. If we're not live on Facebook, then oh well, at least I got one, which I'm excited. So there we go. We have one of them. So anyway, hello everyone. I am so excited to be here. I have not done a live on LinkedIn, and I barely do lives on anything else unless it's just showing the beautiful just landscape of God's blessings when I'm walking along the beach and looking at the sunset. So with that, it's like I'm being challenged to be more present and kind of introduce myself for those that don't know me, reintroduce myself for those that do know me, but just kind of bring everything back full circle. So welcome, my name is Sharon Ringer, and I am the founder and CEO of I'm Possible Women's Empowerment Collaborative. And what that is I always say that men tend to do business in the boardroom or the golf course. And while I understand that women can play golf, we don't negotiate and do business on the golf course. So I created a platform for women to be able to brainstorm, strategize, and goal set through doing masterminds. And that journey of just doing that, even past that, is why I have this amazing woman here with me today, and I actually met her when I was an event planner a long time ago. And I actually sent her a message the other day. I go, do you realize the first time I ever saw you was when you were teaching Dale Carnegie classes? And that was definitely double digits ago, because this girl has done some amazing things since then. And we fast forward to when I did transition into doing I'm Possible, because I really wanted to do things that was helping. It's helping women to live their best lives, both personally and professionally. And I always say personally first, because we can be on our hustle, and if we're not taking care of ourselves, that hustle doesn't matter, right? So I have to say, when I reconnected with Jackie, she was living that life, especially personally, because her story is so like, as her word is amazing and magics. So you guys will learn about her as we take this journey together with what we're going to be discussing in a few minutes. But yeah, so it's like I got to meet her and again and reconnect, and just it's just been a blessing of a journey to just be able to get her to actually want to even participate again with I'm Possible. So without further ado, I'm actually going to introduce her, and then we're just going to have a few quick little questions and dialogue that we can just kind of go back and forth and talk a little bit, so that you guys can meet her, because she is actually one of my sponsors. So Jacqueline Ruiz is a visionary. And when I say visionary, she's truly a visionary social entrepreneur that has created an enterprise of inspiration. With more of 20 years of experience in the marketing and public relations industry, she has created 2 successful award-winning companies, established 2 nonprofit organizations, published 29 books, the largest collection of Latina stories in a book anthology series in the world, and held events in 4 continents. She has received over 30 awards for her contributions and business acumen. Jackie speaks to hundreds of audiences about marketing, servant leadership, finding your passion, and achieving success in business. She has addressed the United States Army, Airbus. My daughter-in-law works for Airbus, by the way. Airbus, BP International, United Airlines, Allstate, Northern Trust US, plus Europe, and Farmers Insurance, among other corporations, to share her inspiration. She has been featured in Forbes, Inc. magazine, Univision, Telemundo, ABC7, WTTW, NBC5, among others. She is one of the few Latina sports airplane pilots in the US. And I think that's what even intrigues me even more than that, is she is an original in everything that she does. So without further ado, everyone, please welcome Jackie Camacho Ruiz. I am so excited to have you here.
I am so excited. As you know, we've walked this amazing journey for many years, and to be together again for the purpose of elevating your movement, elevating your women, that's what life is about. So I'm really happy to be here.
Awesome, awesome. So I make good use of your time. I'm going to go right into these questions because I'm curious myself to even have these answered. So I'd love to know because so why we're here is because I'm hosting a retreat, and I'm so excited about it and very passionate about it because my mission is to empower women, and Jackie is definitely on board with that 100%. So my question for you is, what got you excited about sponsoring the retreat?
You, I mean, what is not to not be excited about, right? I think you just pour your love into everything you do with authenticity, with, the purpose of elevating women. That's beautiful to me. That's inspiring. And that's where the communities are created. That's where connections are made. That's where, pure intentions are delivered, right? So, but you know what? Without a founding individual that sees the vision, puts the intention, puts it into action, none of that could actually happen. So it begins with you. So that's why I'm inspired, because you're involved, because you're in it, because you created it.
Oh, thank you so much. So what I want, because you have a lot of endeavors, but we'll stick with the one that you sponsored with, which was Fig Factor. So tell us a little bit about like what solutions does Fig Factor offer their clients, and how like it's like what problems do they have and the solutions that you help them solve?
Sorry, my husband's arm just showed up in the background.
That's okay.
A hairy arm just like popped in the screen. To be watching, I mean, this is unedited. This is what happens, right? You know what? Fig Factor Media was basically created as a response for the ecosystem that was happening around me when I became an author. And that happened in 2010, right? And I was noticing that I was becoming the Mother Teresa of book publishing advice. And my husband said, how many meetings have you had this week to just give people? Because, I give it all. I give, with all my heart. And I, always try to help people and always make time for those people that need guidance and help. But it became very evident, from our marketing agency, that this was taking a lot of my time. So Fig Factor Media was the response to the demand of people seeing the magics that I was creating with my own books. So when I published my 7th book is when Fig Factor Media was born. And it was just an ongoing, for the first few years, a little dormant. And now it's like, oh my gosh, we're like 42.5% year to date. And it's like compounded rate of at least 20% year over year. It has been, on fire, the last, 3 to 4 years. And we are a full service multimedia company that is dedicated to authors that, authors that want to extend their soul through books, products, speaking engagements, awards, personal branding. I mean, there's so much magic that lies in personal branding and the potential of, extending your legacy. So that's what we've been doing around the world. We've been to 4 continents. We've hosted events around the world. We just came back from Tequila, Mexico with an amazing book series. We've been to Dubai. We've been to Europe 3 times. We've been to Sweden, to the largest Scandinavian book fair in the world.
Wow.
Just came back from Washington, D.C. We're going to go to Miami Book Fair, Printers Row in Chicago next week. So it's, it's really the passion of elevating stories.
Nice. So, and I warned you that there might be a question to jump off from something that you've said, and something that I never got the opportunity to learn about was when you use the term magics with an X. What exactly does that mean? Like, what is that all about? Because it's, when people hear you say it, they don't probably hear that it's not your accent, it is with an X. And so there's got to be a reason.
You know, a lot of people ask, like, what is that? You know, because I'm known for making up a lot of words.
Yes, I know.
So,
And I love it.
so yeah, if you think about it, like the letter X is 10 in Roman numerals. So
Oh,
I would sometimes come to the house after a full day of meetings and meeting unbelievable, amazing people. And as I was coming back home, I would just tell my husband, like, you have no idea what just happened today. This, like a lineup of miracles, like amazing things, amazing connections, new clients, new opportunities, new doors, like in a single day of meetings. So I would come back and say, oh my God, like even magic was not enough to describe everything, you know, that chain of amazingness. So I, I started working on that. And then Marie Lazara and our team said, hey, Jackie, you know, because I made up the word and then she helped me give the meaning. She's like, Jackie, X is in Roman numeral, 10. I'm like, oh my God, magic times 10.
exponential.
And,
Yes.
it became, I did a retreat with that,
Oh,
3 retreats
nice.
actually in Mexico, in Puerto Vallarta, with women from all over the world, 7 countries, coming and joining us, to, a book, my 29th book is called Magics. And it's just unbelievable. I mean, that's the way to describe it, is magics. So
Nice, nice. Well, now I know it's magic to the 10th power.
yeah.
That is beautiful. So my next question for you is, why do you think women entrepreneurs should attend the retreat?
I think, being in the ecosystem of like-minded women, it is, one of the most beautiful things. When I was a little girl, I read from Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, that one of the 13 principles that he was able to identify after interviewing the top leaders of the world in 13, over 20, a period of 20 years, he basically said, okay, there's 13 things that provide the amazing success that, exponential success to all these people. And one of them is the concept of the mastermind, concept of bringing women together for the purpose, or men, people together for the purpose of making this happen. So, for me, it's the connection, it's the opportunity to, meet those amazing women, share with intention, create opportunities with love, and extend your intellectual property, extend your experience, extend your legacy, your transcend. I mean, that's what it's all about. So that's why I think women should be part of this, should be more intentional about putting themselves in situations like this, with an amazing leader, with a heart of gold, with women that want to do the same thing as you want to do, right? I reached 7 figures in my business, and I graduated from a program at Stanford University, and I'm in great company, right? But I want to have more and more women reach those levels, right? Only 2.6% of women do that. So it's unbelievable. And that opportunities like this allow us to think bigger and think outside the box.
Awesome. Awesome. So, as one of our sponsors, you get the opportunity of sharing something in the swag. Is it going to be a surprise, or are you willing to say what it's going to be?
Oh my God, Sharon, I've created, wow, I don't know, 10, 20 products.
Okay.
So
it'll be one of those.
Oh my God. Literally. And from, I'll tell you, coffee. I have a coffee brand. I have a productivity journal. I have 19 journaling techniques to manifest your dreams. I have board games. Of course, lots and lots of books, 29 different books that I could choose from. So I'm going to surprise you guys with something amazing. So,
well, I can say the board game we will be indulging in. I won't even say playing, because after looking at that, that's not playing. We're not going to, as they say, we're not playing small. we will be indulging in this game. And the best way I can describe it is if you've ever gone to a Toastmasters and you have to do a table topic, and I've only had to do it once, where it's like you get your topic right then and there. And Jackie can explain it better, but this is what I got out of it, which just blew my mind. And it was you either getting a question or a word. And either way, it's forcing us, because as women, we are so busy with give, 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 give. And it seems to be the general, you know how when you say you put things in the universe and it talks back to you. And this has been the language that's been going on the past maybe 2 weeks now for me. And even yesterday's topic on a Clubhouse was self-care, we don't do it enough. And because we're always giving and we're always doing. So this game is going to provoke us to really ask ourselves these questions. And then we discuss it in a very open, non-threatening environment where we can just share and find out, guess what? We're not alone. Yeah. And just have dialogue around these conversations. So while it's technically considered a board game, to me, I feel like it's more like it's better than the game of life, because I feel like we get to really delve into where we are right now and taking these questions and moving past maybe any past hurts or anything like that, to just discuss what it is that we want to do to move forward in our lives. So if maybe you can explain it better, but that's what I got out of that game. And it was, as soon as I saw it, and I only saw pieces of it, I'm like, I have got to have this game at the retreat, because it was everything in the epitome of what I'm possible and what the retreat was about. So do you have anything to add for the game? Whatever you want to call it?
The game is,
yeah.
After creating the largest collection of Latina stories in a book anthology series, Today's Inspired Latina, imagine the world of incredible inspiration that I'm surrounded with. Mm-hmm. So the board game was inspired by their amazing stories. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to, like you said, provoke an environment of storytelling where you go deeper than most conversations, which always yields to, those open-ended, deep questions always yields to more amazingness. That, that conversation, we've cried, we've laughed, we've yelled, we've done all kinds of stuff.
It's healing, right? Yes. It's definitely something to provoke healing.
And you learn things that you're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. Sometimes even about yourself, because, right. You have sometimes, these things that show up and for whatever reason, they make you emotional. And you're like, why is this making me emotional? I thought I already got over this, right? And when that happens, that it's not over yet, right? And then the other part of it, what does an author do? An author gets challenged many times to have this sound bites of messages that are poignant and that are, on point, on their feet, which we call extemporaneous speaking. So I wanted to create, and again, provoke an environment for people to say, oh my gosh, let me think on my feet. Okay, so I'm on TV. I have 30 seconds to deliver the one message that I want to share with the world. How do I do this? Boom, take a card, the word vision. Okay. Put a timer, 1 minute, and you stand up and you deliver a speech about vision. Wow. Just thinking about it. I mean, I do this professional. I've been doing this for many years professional. I get paid to speak, as a keynote speaker, but I still get nervous, I get up on I'm on an escalator in Sweden, as part of my first European tour. And I'm like going up the escalator to a Swedish innovation center. Oh. And I'm thinking, oh my God, like my feet are like, what am I doing here? That imposter syndrome, right? What am I here? And why did I deserve to be here? Why did, and then you're like, okay, then the other voice says, because you've earned it, because they wouldn't have invited you if your trajectory, if your magics wasn't up to par, right? So then you own that moment, what I call a micro moment, and then you deliver the best of you. And that's what I try to do with it, replicate, the many, many opportunities that we have to show up, give a soundbite of a profound message. Sometimes it might be our only chance. Imagine that. Prospect shows up and says, why would I hire you? If you don't have that in your head, if you cannot think straight, you're going to lose that opportunity.
Right.
So that's what I wanted to do.
Wow. Well, it's going to be an awesome game and I cannot wait. So with that being said, how do people contact you if they want to learn more about Big Factor Media?
Oh my goodness. The best way is to go to our website, because the website gives you
Okay.
that, view, stories, feedback, all of that. I think that opportunity is one that they can see a lot of tools. They can see
Okay.
our previous books, a lot of color, because we do a lot of children's books, business, motivation, anthologies, and a lot of fun stuff. So
Awesome.
that would be the place to go.
Awesome. Awesome. Was there anything else you want to share that I maybe missed?
One phrase to leave the audience with, because I know that we're on this amazing journey called life that has many different projects. And as a pilot, one phrase that I'm known for is taking off is optional. Landing on your dreams is mandatory, just like in the world of aviation. So just remember that.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I love that. So, well, everyone, she is our silver sponsor, and we're working on some other things as well. So you will definitely see plenty of her. But if you want to learn more about the retreat, definitely visit the website at impossiblewec.com/retreat, all lowercase. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer them. The VIP experience, we only have 6 to 9 beds maximum because the experience in the house is going to be amazing. So we're doing massages and we're doing a hot air balloon experience. We're doing setting our intentions, and you get one-on-ones with all the speakers, and there's just so much going on. And we're still adding things. So even though the website is up, we're still adding things. There's tons more coming. So you definitely want to go ahead and get your VIP tickets now. And you want to something came in and left at the same time in my brain. Oh yeah, and the early bird is ending September 1st. So if you are interested, please let me know and we can definitely discuss it. So the deposit is only $500, and we also do have a general admission ticket as well. So I understand that, if you live in the area, you don't want to stay at the house. I get it. So there's a general admission ticket as well, but all of that is on the website. Again, www.impossiblewec.com/retreat. Jackie, thank you so much. It is always a blessing just to be in your presence. But thank you for being here. I really appreciate you just kind of supporting me and loving me all the time, all these years.
Thank you. Thank you. I believe in you, and I know that you're doing amazing, beautiful things. So keep it up.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. Till next time, everyone.